Let's study effectively with Miss ICT Skill Builder.
You know how to write the syntax for a loop, but you might still be losing marks on your computer science exams. The issue usually isn't the code itself. It's that the loop structure doesn't match the logic of the word problem. Every loop type imposes a specific structural limit on how your program reacts to data. You are choosing between a set finish line and a dynamic reaction to an unknown input. This comparison matrix breaks down the three primary pseudocode loop structures used in IGCSE Computer Science. The for loop functions as an automatic counter. Its execution limits are strictly set before the loop even begins. The while-do loop evaluates its condition at the very top. It acts as a gatekeeper that can prevent the internal code from running at all. The repeat until loop executes the code first and evaluates the condition at the exit, ensuring at least one pass. Matching your loop choice to a moment the condition is checked, start, end, or automatically, removes the most common structural errors found on paper 2. Consider an exam scenario where you must read exactly 100 temperatures from a greenhouse sensor array. This scenario defines a pre-known limit. The phrase exactly 100 requires a count-controlled approach. The for loop syntax allows defining those start and end boundaries on a single line. The programmer doesn't manually update a counter. It automatically increments with every pass. However, this structure is rigid. Once the loop starts, the computer is committed to running it the full 100 times. For loops are reliable when working with fixed datasets, but they cannot react if a problem requires the program to stop early based on a specific data value. In our second scenario, a supermarket checkout totals item prices until the cashier enters -1. That -1 is a sentinel value. Since the number of items is unknown, we need a flexible, condition-controlled loop that can stop at any moment. The while loop evaluates logic at the top of the block. If the very first input is -1, the condition is false immediately. The gatekeeper blocks entry, skipping the entire block without running the code. If you forget to ask for new input inside the loop, you fall into the trap of the infinite loop, as the condition can never change to false. To avoid this, the variable used in the condition must be manually updated within the loop body. While loops provide the exact flexibility needed for unpredictable data streams, provided you manage the condition variables correctly. Our third scenario involves a password setup, where a user's PIN must be between 6 and 12 characters long. Input validation requires a post-condition loop. You cannot check if a PIN is the correct length until the user has actually typed one in. In a repeat until structure, the code runs first and the condition check sits at the exit. While loops run as long as a condition is true, but repeat loops run while a condition is false, stopping only when it becomes true. Repeat loops are the standard tool for forcing user interaction. You just have to ensure your exit condition represents the successful state you want to achieve. Applying a decision framework helps you map exam keywords to the correct loop type the moment you read a prompt. First, ask, do I know the exact number of iterations? If yes, use a for loop. If not, ask, must the code run at least once? If yes, use a repeat until loop. Finally, if the code might skip execution entirely, the while-do loop is the correct choice. This 3-question matrix provides a clear path through paper 2 questions, replacing guesswork with a repeatable logic process. Let's test this framework against 3 rapid-fire exam scenarios. Scenario 1. Exactly 30 students. That's a for loop. The limit is fixed. Scenario 2. Game active while health is above 0. Use a while do loop. It skips if health is 0. Scenario 3. Requesting a pin until valid. That's a repeat until loop. You must ask at least once. Master the decision matrix and read exam prompts for these specific triggers. Selecting the right loop means matching code structure to the problem's requirements.
Thanks for watching. If this helped you clear up the concept, hit that like button and share it with a friend who might be struggling with it too. Let's build those skills together.